always wrong.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Designed for destruction.
That's right. Yes, Lord.
One of these days we're going to have a seminar. I'm going to teach y'all the history of crack cocaine.
Yes, Lord.
Where it really came from. Why it was put in certain communities.
Amen. Yes, Lord.
When communities were building themselves up and empowering themselves, and decisions were made to influence the direction of those communities by infiltrating it.
Amen. Yes, Lord.
You don't go grow the cocoa plant around here. How did it get here?
Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
You don't get here. Somebody had to come up biologically in a lab somewhere how to make crack. But I don't care what somebody does, we have to make a commitment. You can put a kilo of it in front of me, but I ain't going to sell it, and I'm not going to put it in my body. That's the truth we're going to have to do.
Yes, Lord.
There's another truth we got to do, and that's we got to make a commitment to get out of the inside of our churches.
Amen.
All right.
Jesus will never stay up in a sanctuary. Most times Jesus went in the sanctuary, he went in there to fight. He didn't went in there, go in there to stay.
Yes, Lord.
The greatest work of God is done in the valley.
Amen.
Ezekiel, can these bones live? That wasn't in the church house. That was in the valley.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
John the Baptist out in the wilderness. Jesus feeding the fire. We all have to make a commitment. That's why a personal commitment in Greenleaf, all through September, we're going to have 21 days of street revival. It's time to come out of the comfort of the sanctuary.
Yes, Lord.
You come into the bishop, and I saw this morning, one lady walked past, and when he said, I'm bishop over here to pray, she just began to praise God right here.
All right.
Power of him coming in the hood.
Yes.
Rather than simply waiting for the hood to come on in. We got to make a commitment to. We got to make a commitment to get guns off the street.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
We in the community can't do that. We need some politicians and to help. We got to challenge the NRA, the National Rifle Association, that tells people if you don't promote all of these open gun laws, they're going to take them out, they're going to unelect.
Yes.
What's wrong with them? They want to weaken gun law.
Amen.
You know the young man that did all that killing in Aurora, Colorado? He bought those assault rifles right off the street.
Yes.
The NRA and groups like that have tried to block the Brady Law and block. They claim that the Second Amendment is more important than the First Amendment, but that's not true. The Founding Fathers never envisioned that people would be able to go in and buy all the assault rifles they want. And they were talking about a militia to protect them against invading them. They weren't talking about people under the guise of I'm going hunting, buying assault rifles. And I call on my police brothers and sisters to join us in standing against the NRA. Because the NRA puts your life in danger. All these guns on the street. White and black, we ought to come together and take on the gun lobbyists. Policemen's lives are at jeopardy when everyday folk can go in and buy armor-piercing bullets and assault rifles.
Preach on,
got to get these guns off our streets. That's the truth here. We got to make a commitment to that. It's not about the Second Amendment. That can be protected without engaging in all this senseless killing and allowing a gun. In our culture, we promote too much violence. Let's talk about it. These video games, too violent.
That's true.
These movies, too violent. We glorify violence. It traces all the way back to where we glorified, it wasn't just the urban gangs now, but we glorified the gangsters. Like Dillinger said they were, made them romantic figures. Talk to me, somebody. America's got a deep history of glorifying violence. We have to stand against that as a people. Final two things. If we're hurt enough, then we got to accept some truths. We got to make a commitment to early education and public education.
That's right.
Don't tell me there's not a commitment, a connection between the kind of education we provide for children on the front end of life and where they end up on the back end of life. We got to say to politicians, something wrong when you say you want to stop violence, but then you cut money that will allow poor children to get preschool education. There's something backwards with that policy.
Yes, it is.
Because it's better to build a child up than to try to straighten out a crooked man.
Amen. Yes,
That's it.
that's true.
$1 investment on the front end of life will save you thousands of dollars of prison on the back end of life.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
But right here in Goldsboro, we got to make sure that high quality constitutional public education is accessible for every community.
That's right. Yeah.
Not just the elite communities, but every community. Not just the wealthy community, but every community. If we are serious about building community. And then finally, if we're serious, we're going to have to make a commitment to good jobs.
That's right.
If we want folk to stop slinging drugs, we're going to have some commitments to investment in the inner city.
That's right.
Bringing good jobs. Living wage jobs.
That's right.
These brothers right here stopped the funeral. They're getting ready to initiate a program, Fran, where's Fran, called Second Chance. And we're going to be training people. If you had a felony in the past, see, you know, you ought to be able to make a mistake early in your life and it not follow you the rest of your life.
That's right.
And even the Lord forgives folks. And so we want to create a way that people, even if they've been in gangs, even if they've been in drugs, even if they have a record, but they want to do right, that they can get a second chance, get a job. But we're going to need, we don't need politicians saying this is just an individual thing. We know that we have to do certain things individually. We have to be concerned about life. We have to not deal with drugs, but we need public policy leaders and business leaders that will invest in the community. Make sure education is what it ought to be. Make sure there are jobs, opportunities in the community. If we're serious
That's right.
about overcoming the depression and the despair that often leads to the violence. And we can do this. Then we got to make a commitment, if we're serious, to community-based policing. I'm glad to see the officers of the law here today.
Amen.
Celebrate. Now, we don't want cowboy police out like I just came back from Hendersonville, North Carolina, where the officer shot up a black church and shot in a community and shot through people's windows, chasing a guy they claimed had an iPod that he stole. 20-foot bullet hole 20 feet high in the side of the church. Now I know they wasn't chasing Goliath. We don't need that kind of policing. But we need good, strong community-based policing where we're working together and talking together. In NAACP, we say we need trust, transparency, and training. You have officers got trust in the community, transparency, and training. It's not about profiling, but it's about building relationship where you know that police person, you know who they are, they know your name. We can support that, can't we, brothers and friends? We want that. We're not anti-law and order. We are anti-fairness. You know, we do have an issue with the fact that in the African American community, first of all, we only use 15% of all the crack and cocaine that's produced, but we make up 70% of the rest. Something ain't right about that. So what we're not saying don't arrest folk that are slinging the drugs. We just said make it proportionate. Don't just arrest the ones in one community. And more importantly, get the ones that's bringing it here. The folk on the corner ain't the big dealer. And if we can get that kind of policing going on, and that kind of prosecution going on, we can support that. Always have, and always will. All we want is fairness and working together. And so, all of us, my brothers and sisters, if we're hurting enough, all of us individually, as a community, as a church, as a government, as business, all of us must decide that we're going to make a commitment to pray together, to work together, to unite against the spirit of violence. Bishop, you said it, the adversary, the wind of violence. And we must choose like the psalmist did while we're hurting. I don't want us to get over this hurt until we make a choice to choose God's way from every individual all the way up to every politician. And then when we decide we're going to work together, that's a reason to praise Him.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
That's a reason to rejoice.
Yes, Lord.
Because we have the power to stop these funerals. Let us make a commitment. Let us, in our hurt, decide to choose the way of the only one who can bring us home. Amen.